New York City, it's a place where we have screeching subways, we've got emergency sirens, cars honking, all the things.
All the things. It should come as no surprise that New York is one of the noisiest cities in the world, and all of the everyday loud sounds can increase the risk of hearing loss. Hearing expert Dr. Seth Weible from Manhattan Audio South joins us now with simple, practical tips that New Yorkers can use right now to protect their hearing without tuning out the rest of the world around them, even though it would be nice.
It would be nice.
Yeah.
Sometimes we just
exactly,
do.
just those noise-canceling headphones. Okay. You know, New York City ranks second in the world for noise pollution, doctor. So how serious is it a problem to hear those loud sounds on a daily basis? Could it cause damage?
Absolutely. The biggest concern really right now is just how much New Yorkers are exposed on a daily basis, right? The average New Yorker will commute an hour a day.
Right.
Average subways between 80 and 90. So you're already well within the risk parameter of tinnitus, hearing loss, long-term side effects.
You know, and one of the things about hearing loss is it is cumulative over time. It is not necessarily age-related. It's that you don't have to think like, I have to lose my hearing. How can we protect ourselves? I mean, sometimes like the you know, an emergency siren goes by and I'll put my hands up to my ears, but what can I do?
No, that's great. You know, actually, we measured it right outside of the office. Emergency siren going by, 97 decibels, really loud.
What's the safety level, by the way?
Between 80 and 90.
Okay.
The average in New York, NYU did a study and measured it, is already between 83 and 97. So just typical subway use, daily commuting.
Just like that ambient
just
sound in the
ambient
subways.
sound, you're already within above OSHA standards.
So you urge people that if they're taking the subway or commuting daily, that they should actually wear protective hearing headphones? Like, what are they?
Active noise cancellation, the AirPods Pros, anything to help block the sound, right? Even if you were going to just regular earbuds, those are going to reduce it by about 6 decibels, right? We need to do anything and everything that we can to reduce that noise.
You still want to be aware of your surroundings.
You still want to be aware. Yeah, it's a balance.
And then there are things that you can do when you know you're going to be exposed to a louder environment. I used to be an avid cyclist and spin person. So I got a pair of custom hearing protection that would knock it down by like 10 or 20 dBs to make it safer for myself.
Yeah, so we see a lot of patients come in now, cyclists, soul cyclists, they get musician molds made, custom earpieces that have little filters so they could still hear that instructor, but know they're being protected.
And is that something that you want to wear at a concert as well?
Concerts, even we have people do them at restaurants. You know, they make different filters, so you know, you can use them as quiet as a restaurant or as loud as a concert.
Yeah. Right? Well, if you're going to a concert or a sporting event, for example, where you know it's going to be loud, I mean, you also want to be able to hear and not look like, you know, foolish for wearing
you don't want to look
something.
like a toddler with like the big muff.
So these are custom made. You can get whatever colors you want, glow in the dark, but the filters really allow you to still enjoy that. So you have a high fidelity, but still protect your hearing.
Okay.
And then what are the warning signs that we may be edging into sort of the danger zone? Dan and I were talking previously about that. I have tinnitus already. What should I be doing if I've already hit this space?
The tinnitus is a great indicator. You know, that's just telling your system like, hey, I'm overwhelmed. It's too much for me, right? Most people just don't realize when they say like, oh, people are mumbling, it sounds soft, right? That's a huge indicator, right? Just go to your physician, go to an audiologist and get a baseline assessment because you don't know what you're not hearing.
Yeah, right? I mean, and that's the thing. I mean, I've done that hearing test many times where you go and you put the headphones on, you do the beep testing, right?
Yeah, speech, beeps.
Yeah, and so once you realize that there is an issue, is it too late? Because if you experience loss, you can't regain it?
You can't regain it, no, but there's a clear definitive difference between hearing and understanding, right? The understanding is the most important.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, you might see a mild impairment, but the understanding is still really high.
Right.
What's the danger, or when it gets more troublesome, is when the understanding goes down, because then even though you're hearing the sound, even though you're communicating, your brain isn't interpreting it the same way.
Right.
That's where those risks for dementia, Alzheimer's, long-term, you know, impairments really come in play.
And this is new in the hearing loss field that they're tying it to dementia, and also it could lead to depression because there's an isolation factor. Yeah, so this is serious. It's not even just hearing, which is serious enough.
No, it's really big. You know, last year, JAMA, they reported a study, 32% of the 8-year cases that they looked at were tied directly to audiometric hearing loss, right? So hearing loss that were diagnosed, 32%.
Huge number. Thank you for bringing this to our attention
Yeah.
and reminding us we need to protect our hearing.
Yes, please.
Yes, and take care of it. Thank you so much,
Thank
Dr.
you.
Seth
Thank
Weible, for
you.
joining us this morning.
I
Pleasure.
know. Once mine is gone, I miss the eavesdropping days.